Midst of Nigeria's economic challenges, a member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Davidson Akinlayo, has reassured his constituents that what many perceived as hardship is actually part of the strategic effort to restore the country's economic strength. Speaking to journalists at the National Assembly complex in Abuja, Honorable Davidson highlighted ongoing projects aimed at empowering and developing the people of Ido, Ose, Moba and Ileji-Meji in Ekiti State. One of the major initiatives he discussed is the Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery Establishment Bill, which has successfully passed its third reading. He says the bill will not only bring a strong federal presence to his constituency, but also provide quality healthcare education and create job opportunities.
Okay, I won't agree to that. That the economy has been battling with hardship. Economy is only battling with they are revamping the economy, because what we inherited was actually very bad, but we are revamping it so the economy can back to its rightful shape as it was. What we are doing in our constituency is to give back to society that has given so much to us in terms of support in the past, and we are trying to reconstruct some schools, to give some schools a facelift, and also giving bursary to students of higher school of learning in my federal constituency. And we are also buying JAM forms for the high school leavers that wants to produce to higher school of learning. And we paid white for paid GC, we paid NEPO for a lot of people. And we also give stipends to small businesses, for startup businesses, and to also support them in their small business they do in a little way. And we've also done some roads. We've also facilitated some roads to our federal constituency, especially the one that we've broken jeans in a community for over 24 years. The road has been abandoned. Every government comes, inspect, and they leave. But we make sure when we went for campaign, we told them that by the grace of God, this road will be tied before 1 year in office. And to God be the glory. Before our 1 year in office, the road was started. We make sure we work towards that. We talk to whoever that concerns, and they gladly help us to make sure the road is fixed. So we are good with that. And we've also done a whole lot of things to our youth. You know, my area is a youth populated area where you have students of higher school of learning. And what we are doing now, what we intend to do now again, is to offer another bursary. On Sunday, we are doing bursary to 800 students in higher school of learning in my federal constituency. And we are also doing empowerment to a whole lot of people in my federal constituency, and for the widows, because I lost my dad when I was young. So my mom is a widow. So I like to take care of widows. So we are giving widows some stipends to aid their businesses, and we're also giving them a whole lot of things to support them in whatever area we can. So that's what we are able to do. If God keep us alive. So the most important thing is to have good debt. So you plan when God give you good debt. So we have plans for our constituency. Right now, we've able to bring up a bill, establishment bill, in a federal constituency for Federal School of College, Federal College of Nursing and Midwifery, and the bill has gone through third reading. We only need to transmit to the Senate for concurrence so that the bill can be sent to the President for assent. So we've gone through that. When we resumed, we took it upon ourselves that because where I am from, we don't have any federal presence when it comes to higher school of learning. So we took that upon ourselves to make sure that will be established before the 4 years in office. And again, our plan for the future is to do better than what we are doing now, is to deepen democracy to the grassroots, because the poorest of the poor, they are the
Honorable Akinlayo also addressed the tax reform bill, emphasizing its importance in strengthening the economy. He acknowledged there were initial misconceptions when the bill was first introduced, but explained that it is designed to enforce tax administration, encourage public business growth, and boost national revenue.
75 or 80% of the entire VAT in Nigeria, because virtually all the headquarters of all the companies are in Lagos. So and it's not the federal threat. If we continue this way, Lagos will be like a country inside the country. So let's decide these taxes, and let's also make sure the wealth are evenly distributed. Because if you see people from here, they rush to Lagos for white collar job, they rush to Lagos for job employment, because every company see Lagos as haven where they make money. But if these taxes are decentralized, people can also stay in Abuja and work. People can go to my state and work there, because whatever benefit you derive from Lagos is what you have in my state. So that is about that number one tax. The number two is when you say federal inland revenue, inland means within. That's what it means. Federal inland revenue is within the country. And federal inland revenue also collect taxes abroad for the federation. So that is why we said, okay, if it is federal inland revenue, that means the company, the agency is actually acting outside its purview, because you're not supposed to be getting taxes outside the country to federation, because inland means within. So that's why we say, okay, we need to change. If you go to anywhere in the world, you see treasury house or revenue house, revenue this, revenue that. You can't see inland in any revenue houses, any revenue board in the world. That's why we say, okay, let's change Nigeria, let's say federal inland revenue to Nigeria Revenue Services. So that means it's Nigeria, it can collect taxes and revenue anywhere in the world. That's what, because it is now. What if they act outside the purview of Nigeria, that means they're acting outside their reach. So which is not good. The third one is people came to submit a memorandum and also contend with. They thought the bill want to take over the job of custom, of NITDA, of NCC, of which other agency, NASENI, but no, there is no section of that bill that speak to that. No section of that bill that speak to that they want to take over the job of custom. No. But people are misinterpreting the content of that bill. No section of that. But what the section says is to consolidate all taxes. So the revenue, custom will not be collecting multiple taxes for people, so that the burden, if you look at it now, if you bring cars from US and you want to clear that car at the port authority, you pay to custom. When you come out, you pay to other so many agencies, people that import goods, they pay to what's it called, SON, they pay to NAFDA, they pay to this. It shouldn't be. It should be one revenue. So let's consolidate all those revenue, goes to one pocket, because all those money goes to federation account. So that's the intention of that bill is very good. It will help Nigeria, and it will also, a lot of people in Nigeria, 25% are paying taxes in Nigeria, both corporate and individual. 25% are paying taxes. But with this new tax bill, it will be extremely difficult for anybody taxable not to pay tax.
So before now, when the bill was introduced to the House, there was this rank.
Okra, yes, that was.
Shouldn't I call it a misunderstanding?
It's misgiving, yes. That's what I'm saying. When the bill first came, this bill is 4B, came at once, and people don't take their time to read it. And sometimes people listen to social media arguments, social media narration about a subject matter. But by the time they look at it, and it's a proposal, it can be amended, it can be deleted, it can also be expunged, it can be rejected. So the proposal means, okay, look at it. This is what I have as regards tax collection in Nigeria. If it's okay, approve it as it is. If it's not okay, amend it. That is the work of legislation. That's why we are lawmakers. We have to make laws for the good of the people. So when they brought the bill, especially the northern felt it will make them poorer. But by the time we explain to them that this bill is not making any state poorer, it will make you even richer than where you are now. That's what it is. So when they now look at it and they see the pros and cons, and they actually come to terms that okay, this is a good bill that should be applauded and embraced by all.
For everything that is an advantage, there's definitely a disadvantage.
Yes.
What do you think is the disadvantage of this bill?
The disadvantage are the misgivings. And again, the bill, I think in some section that we need some amendments. Some amendments say that some section clash with the concern of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the bill cannot supersede the concern of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And anything that has conflict with the concern of Nigeria become null and void. So I think in that area we just do some amendments, not to be in conflict with the concern of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's just it. But the other area of concern are misgiving, social media argument that is not in tandem with the intention of the bill.
So what do you have to tell us about the intention of VAT?
VAT.
Yes, in
Yes,
this
reform. That's what I'm saying. I said VAT is a consumption tax. I said that as it is, 80% of VAT in Nigeria goes to Lagos government because all the headquarters are in Lagos. That is what is presently practiced. And what the government wants to do is to repeat that and make VAT a consumption tax. That anywhere you consume goods and services, that's where the VAT should go to.
Okay, so what do you think about the proposed increment?
It's a gradual increment. It's not immediate increment. And if you look at the VAT, Nigeria paid the least VAT in Africa. Check it, even all over the world, we pay the least VAT. The next country to us pay about 10% in VAT. But the proposal proposed gradual increment, not immediate increment, maybe like 5 years increment. Now it's 7.5, maybe like in 5 years, 12.5. In another 5 years, 15%. That is the highest they propose. And it's okay if you look at it, if you compare with other countries around us. There is no country around us that take less than 10.5% as VAT.
Given the current economic situation in Nigeria, I know that even the down, the poor,